3, 2, 1.
I'm not the type to call you back tomorrow, but the way you wrap around me is a problem. Ain't nobody trying to keep it. Baby, get that paper. Probably got a lot of other.
Yo, the crazy part about racism is not actually racism if you're a Democrat. Like, if I were a Democrat, I could go around and be like, hey, you're a...
Trigger warning. I exist. I love Trump.
So some of you were wondering how it went with me wearing my Trump shirt here in California. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous because liberals are very violent, psychotic people. However, I did not receive a single negative comment, so that's good. The silent majority is real, and there's so many of them here in California.
To all you uncooperative Democrats who are calling Trump a dictator for sending federal troops into your cities in which you refuse to get under control and have given up to Antifa/BLM, you have a history of pulling this crap. You did the same thing in the 1950s when Dwight Eisenhower sent federal troops into Little Rock, Arkansas because y'all refused to desegregate the schools.
Okay, so I have to address this because everybody wants to use this. So I made the point that white people are killed more often than black people by the police. Now, this was not to bash the police. I love the police. This was just pointing out the fact that liberals' logic is always flawed. So they say, well, African Americans only make up 13% of the country. Of course there's more white people. Well, hold on a second, because black people actually commit over 50% of the violent crimes. Black people actually interact more often in hostile situations.
I've been waiting for this one. Turn it up. Slow songs.
See, y'all gotta help me understand something, because I'm starting to get a little bit confused. I get up there and I say that police brutality is not the biggest systemic issue that black Americans face today, or that I'm not going to claim white privilege because I think it's ignorant to say that I'm worse off than everybody else just because my skin color is black. And you guys just crucify me for it. I mean, you guys call me sellout, Uncle Tom. I'm an outcast of the black community, you know, whatever the case may be. But Lil Wayne can get on national television and say he doesn't know what racism is, but you guys going to still buy his next album. You going to listen to it. Denzel Washington can say, don't blame the system, but blame the black fathers, but you guys gonna see his next movie. Same thing for Morgan Freeman. You know, Floyd Mayweather can say on national TV that all lives matter, but you guys made him the richest athlete of all time.
This pandemic. The pandemic is that the president has no intercourse whatsoever with the rest of the world on dealing with these things. We led, like Barack Obama led in the
I'm just gonna go ahead and put this out there. A storm is coming, and it's gonna be unlike anything we've ever seen before. And it's not a bad storm. Trump is about to expose and take down every single one of these disgusting and horrible people. And he's been trying to tell us for years.
A guy stopped me in public today and said, "Hey, ain't you nervous wearing that hat?" And I said, "Hell no, I ain't nervous wearing this hat. Let me tell you why. First off, thousands of men and women died for this country wearing this flag, and I'm awful proud of it. Second off, this hat's a surefire sign that I ain't some snowflake liberal."
So I'm convinced that like young female Trump supporters are a smaller minority than black conservatives. So when I see comments like this, it warms my heart.
If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this: treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this: treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation.
So I just left Aldi's and I'm in the grocery store, and there's the purple hair girl. Now, purple hair girls are the glitch in the matrix. They're there for one reason: to throw turmoil into your life and to cause problems. So I'm walking around and I hear vomiting like 5 feet behind me. She's making vomiting sounds, and that's okay. You know, what are you, 5? And then somehow she seeks out the only black person in the entire grocery store to tell them that there's a racist Trump supporter walking around. Be careful. But the thing is that the one person she managed to find in the grocery store was also a Trump supporter and proudly stated it.
Joe Biden's brain is on a vacation far away. When he speaks, it makes you wonder. He doesn't even know what he wants to say. And we know he likes the girls a whole lot younger. Biden's gonna lose to 45.
Trigger warning. I exist. I love Trump. Hey, I'ma vote Trump 2020, Trump 2020.
Okay, this is a message for white people, so listen up. That's me, born in the late 60s to an unwed mother. I was a bastard that was raised by my grandmother and lived in poverty in a little town called Humboldt Park. You showed me that the world was a lot better place than what the Democrats had me to believe, so I joined the Navy. And while serving in the submarine force, you white people got in the way again, and guess what? You made me get an education. I got a GED, I got 2 associate's degrees, and then I got a bachelor's degree. And once I retired, you white people got in the way again, and I became a police officer, where I served proudly for 6 years. What were you people thinking? You didn't put a gun in my hand.
All right, I just have to get on here and say how much I love TikTok. I'm a former Democrat who even voted for Barack Obama and used to think that CNN was a legitimate news outlet. But at some point, I actually started doing research on the issues that were important to me and decided, you know what, I can't stand behind the Democratic Party anymore. When I made this switch, I was told by a lot of my liberal friends and even family members that I was now joining the party of a bunch of old, white, rich, straight men. But you know what? TikTok has shown me that that's just not true. I have followers and people that I follow that are white, black, Hispanic, Asian, men, women, gay, straight, transgender. So to all of you out there, thank you for showing me that we can all stand together.
Well, look what happens when you give everybody the opportunity to say who they want to be the president of the United States in 2020. In 20 minutes, we had 75,000 people view that video. From a nobody, little old me, a nobody. I don't have anybody watching me. 75,000 of you guys watched that video in 20 minutes. 16,000 people said they wanted Trump to remain president. Less than 1,000 people said they wanted Joe Biden